Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. This is our beta save with Brentford. We're extending this into the proper game, and we are starting up with Season 2, where we're going to be playing in Europe. That hasn't happened yet. We're starting off with a game against Sheffield United, but the closed season has been filled with transfers. So a fair few come in, but there's been one absolutely massive one going out. I think you can guess who's gone. That's right, folks. We managed to sell Ivan Toney for £51 million to West Ham. As you can see, he had a very poor season after coming back from injury. He had a spell of about 3 or 4 games where he looked pretty switched on, but other than that, it was really hard to get him scoring goals. So I think given the player that he was at that time, £51 million is not a terrible return there at all. So we've got a bunch of money from Toney. We also sold Shandon Baptiste for £13 million to Sheffield United. I feel this was a pretty decent value for money signing. I think we got good value out of this. I'm not at all disappointed with that. But who have we bought in? Well, you know about John McGinn, £22 million. We'd sorted that out last season. He's back, and he'll be playing in the centre of midfield, and I'm sure he'll be doing good things. We've also managed to secure Armando Broja at the club on a permanent transfer. Really happy with this. Very, very pleased with this player. He had such a good spell before his injury. He was a little bit ropey after his injury, but I wonder how much of that was because Toney was back as well and they were competing for places, and he didn't have that chance to just have a run in the team. As you can see, we spent £25.5 million on him, but there are a bunch of add-ons if he, does very, very well at the club. We will see. He got 12 goals in his loan spell last time. I reckon he can be an important player for us. On to the players that you will not be aware of. So the first signing on loan from Bayern Munich is Mathis Tel, who is only 19 years old. He's on loan. He's French. We're paying, I think, £6 million for the privilege of signing him. But he looks like he's going to develop a whole bunch in this year. I think having him for the year probably means we'll have maybe a 4-star player on our hands by the end of the year, at least a 3.5-star player at the end of the year. That's my prediction. I think he's going to come really, really good for us. So excited to see what this lad can come up with. Some really, really good attributes in there, but just generally very, very strong across the board. At the back, we have Philippe Lienhart, who he's big, he's strong, he's very, very, very good physically. Heading of 16, long throws of 16, we might make use of that, but the 14 marking, 13 tackling, and an ability to pass from the back as well excites me a lot. So I think he is a very good technical defender, but who is pretty good as a defensive player as well. Happy with this signing. On the defensive side, we bought in Mohamed El Neni on free. He left Arsenal. We had him in on trial, and just to fill up the squad and for that sort of defensive midfield position that we don't have a lot of depth in that particular area of the players who are actually effective ball-winning midfielders. I felt we weren't really going to lose anything if we brought him in. He's got some great attributes in there. Look at his natural fitness, stamina, work rate, teamwork. Those are going to be very, very helpful for us. So I it's not really a punt even. It's a free transfer. We're not really paying an awful lot with his wages. It's a little bit lower than the average for the squad. How many games he gets, I have no idea, but I'm not disappointed with that transfer. In my mind, the biggest, most impressive signing here is probably the most surprising in that it was the cheapest other than the free transfer. I think we just paid about £15 million for this player, Thiago Almeida, from Atlanta in the States. Argentinian, got a few caps for Argentina, but look at this player. Passing a 16, technique 16, dribbling of 16, and then he's got 16 free kick taking, as well as the flair, decisions, determination, vision. It is an absolute gorgeous set of attributes. Yes, he's tiny. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. He's not a defensive player, but I think having him just behind the strikers might give us something that we didn't have last season, an extra edge that we didn't have last season, and him running at the defence has got to be a little bit frightening. So that is how the signings we've made. This is what we've got to. This is our season preview. So yet again, we're 150 to 1. In it, I think we were predicted to finish 12th last season. It's 11th this season. So that is going to be interesting to see whether we are able to buck the trend again. We're playing here Sheffield United, who are 1,000 to 1 to do well. Some interesting signings that they've made. The likes of Jordan Ayew, free transfer, he was let go by Crystal Palace. Lyle Foster as well, very strong player. Shannon Baptiste from us as well. So they've picked up some decent players, spent £55 million. Got rid of Koulibaly. So yes, yeah, he's a great player. Somerville as well. I really rated him last season. Somerville sort of lost his way a little bit, but interesting to see how this works. We played Sheffield United twice last season. In the 2 games, there was just a single goal. So we scored that. So we drew one game 0-0, won one game 1-0. Hopefully this is going to be a little bit more interesting. Let's go and have a look at the team we're putting out for this first game. Okay, folks. Other player that is back, that is going to make a big difference, is David Raya in goal. So he was on loan at Arsenal, and he's certainly going to feel like a new signing there. So Raya is in goal. But in front of him, we've got Broja and Mbeumo leading the line. We've got injuries to Sharda, Ben Mee, and Almeida is out on international duty. Damsgaard, as a result of that, is just behind the front two. Janelt, McGinn and Jensen in midfield, and Hickey, Ayer, Lionheart and Walker-Peters across the back line with Raya in goal. It's a good side. It'd be interesting to see how the new players embed themselves in the team. In fact, there's not that many actual new players in this team. The likes of McGinn and Broja, well, they've already spent a long time here last season. Raya isn't really new because he was here the season before that. So it's only really the Lionheart who is new in the starting lineup, and we have got Tell on the bench as well. But no one else really there who is new. So we've just made some tweaks, I think, to this side. Excited to see how we get on. Shannon Baptiste is playing, as is Ayew, as is Lyle Foster. So it's going to be a toughie. What is going to happen? Are they going to pull off a bit of a shock or not? Well, Hamer chips it in, and it is cleared. Ayew, he's not the fastest anymore. But looks like United have got the ball again. Looking to find a ball into the box. Chipped in nicely. Baldock. And, I don't know. That may well be offside. I thought the forward looked very, very isolated. There was no one near him at all. I think this is going to be offside, folks. Yeah. I thought as much. Defensive work, not great though. Yeah, I mean, he's so far offside. Yeah, no wonder we struggled. No wonder it was a bit of a struggle for us, but need to be a bit better. Hickey doesn't put a decent ball in there, and he's got his hands full a little bit with Ayew on that side, that right side. Need a little bit more from him. We're going to go positive and just see if we can push this side a little bit more to create 1 or 2 more chances. That's a lovely little bit of play here. And it's Baptiste, turns and shoots, but nowhere near. Janelt, you know what you get with him. decent effort on target, but just pushed around the post. We're going to see the corner though. Damsgaard is going to take it. I thought I was going to get his head to it. He missed that though. Another corner here. This one might be a chance. I are going to get to his head to it this time. Baptiste. Oh, they cleared it. That's a mistake. Goalkeeper had that one. It's Brozier. It's in. Oh, what a mistake from the back line. And Brozier gets an absolute gift there. Damsgaard picks the pocket of the defender who was just standing there. Watch this. He's taken the corner. Hickey didn't really do well enough there, but Damsgaard just picks his pocket into who was it? It was Hamer, and it's just ball went into Brozier's feet, and well, he gets a goal. And that's what we want to see. We want him on the score sheet early. We need him involved, getting goals. So Cameron Archer is a real talent. But out it goes, and you know they may be a little bit stretched here. Jensen forward to Mbuemo. Now he's got legs. He's going to have a shot, you know. Oh dear me, far post, mate, far post. Seconds left in the half, and as you can see, Sheffield United not really had much in the way of opportunities, but they've certainly felt like they've been in the game. Just not necessarily creating the chances, getting the final ball through. But again, a loose ball, and it's Damsgaard into Brozier. He's got a chance to get two. He should have scored that. I think probably he was just on the wrong foot with, even though if he'd taken it with his left foot, it would have been alright. Might have got the goal there. But we're 1-0 up at half time. Pretty happy with that. Performance is okay. But yeah, we've got players to come off the bench, so we'll see how things go. No change at half time though. Right, what are we going to see from Sheffield United in the second half? Well, they've picked the ball off there, but again, it's really nice play from Brentford, just plucking the ball off the United defence, and wow, they got away with that one. Does feel like I was going to say like Brentford want it a little bit more. This is where they go down the other end. Yeah, it's just they're just doing the right things, aren't they? Oh, that is a glorious bit of play from Brozier, and he probably should have taken it this time with the right foot. He went with the left foot, but he is involved in everything. Ball in. And it's a penalty. It is a penalty. Davis takes out, who was that? Ayer at the near post. It is awarded. So who is on penalty duty? I'm not entirely sure. It would have been Toney, but it's Mbuemo. And he hits the bar post. Should have been it, and that would have been game over, I think, at that time, because you know they have not had a hope in Sheffield United, but that is going to give them a bit of hope now. That missed penalty. Is he the best person to be taking penalties? I am not sure. Lineheart. It's a mistake, and he gets away with it just about. Wow. Well, the new guy almost gave away a goal to United. That would have been a disaster. But here we go. Jensen. Walker-Peters. There's no one with him. He's got the whole team to beat on this right side. He's going to have to do it all on his own. Finds McGinn into Janelt. Oh, just over the top. Very well played from Janelt. Well, a couple of changes. Roslev on the right side is on. Oh, there we go. Almost. How have we not ahead? And Norgard on as well. But, I mean, it has been all Brentford this game. Maybe a chance here. It would be an absolute disaster if we don't win this. But here's Mbuemo. Loses out. I think it might be time to take him off. They're through us. Ayew. Looking for a pass. It's in. Lyle Foster. I don't think that is offside. They're looking for it, but first shot on target. We've had 7 shots on target, and not one of them has finished up in the back of the net. We've missed a penalty. Well, one of them finished up in the back of the net, but we've missed a penalty. We need to make some changes here. Right, bringing Tell on for Mbeumo. Brozier is going to play a little bit deeper now. Well, 7 minutes of added time. It's so frustrating to be 1-1 here. There's absolutely no way they deserve to get anything out of this, but yes, it's football, isn't it? This is what happens in football. Here's Tell though, into Brozier. He's had the chances. He's over the top. Brozier, you could have scored 4 today, mate. You could have scored 4. Da Silva, seconds left really, and Norgard can't make it work. Oh, it's disappointing. Look how many yellow cards. I mean, they're going to be absolutely thrilled with this. You know, they could just pick things off right at the end here, and we end up losing it. That's how tight this is. But here's Jensen. Maybe something going on here. Roslev, another substitute. Chips it through over to Henry. Another substitute. Over the top from Damsgaard. How did you miss that? 25 shots. 9 on target. Well, I think it's just, you can say we played incredibly well, created lots of chances. It's just one of those days, isn't it? One of those days. We absolutely should have won that game, but the goalkeeper and some pretty horrific finishing pretty much was the reason that wasn't the case. But we are top of the league. Let's not take that away from us. So we will be coming into the Europa League stages in the league phase. So there's a little way to go before that. They're just currently playing the third qualifying round. We'll absolutely be doing a load of stuff in Europe. But until then, we'll be playing some stuff in the Premier League. Hopefully we can come away from the next few games with a few points. You can see Forest and Southampton certainly feel like winnable games. Leeds have got promoted again, so that's probably winnable. Might come back for the game against Tottenham, maybe. Or maybe the game against Wolves, because Eze is playing for Wolves now, which is an interesting one. Not entirely sure, but I'm hoping, looking at this side, as long as we can actually finish, and I don't think this, I think it's just a bad day at the office today up front, but we were creating chances for fun. It was really, really good play, and there was no way we deserved not to get 3 points there, but that is what happened. But it feels like we've got another good season ahead of us, potentially. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.